everybody, it's Mambo Sandy. How you doing? Yes, I have myself a nice cup of coffee because I need it. Today's topic is spiritual confusion and how it can affect you, or how it's affecting you. How about that? Now, when you have different things going on in your life, you know, my godfather has a saying: what is going on in the physical is going on in the spiritual, and what's going on in the spiritual is going on in the physical world. Yes, he does say that. Right, Papa Hector? You know, he's like, my goddaughter is absolutely local. So anyway, the point I'm making is this. When you're looking for spiritual help because you feel spiritually confused, no matter where it comes from, because it's not, the point is you want to get rid of it. The worst thing you can do is play spiritual hopscotch. You're like, Mama Sandy, what are you talking about, spiritual hopscotch? When you jump from one place to the next place, to the next place, to the next place. It's not a good thing to do. And these forums, wow. Well, let me tell you something. You don't want to spiritually confuse yourself even more by getting advice from people that maybe don't know what they're talking about. And that goes for not just spiritual forums, but hair forums, because there's been some mistakes on there too made listening to someone else's advice. Sometimes you have to take a little common sense, because it is there, but you got to take a little bit of common sense and use it to get to your next step, your next phase, especially when that's dealing with your spirit. Because your spirit is a precious thing, and not anybody should be able to just tap into your spirit or fix something for you. Because them fixing something for you, they could fix something even more for you that you don't want. So you're probably saying, well, Mambo Sandy, I'm spiritually confused and I'm looking for help. Okay. Well, just like you take the time, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, to, when you go looking for a car, you're going to look and you're going to find, you know, the right car for you. You're not just going to jump in any old car. You're going to look and you're going to say, okay, this is the car for me. I like how it feels. This was good. When you're looking for a hairstylist or different things, you take your time and you look. You're just not going to let anybody touch your hair. Well, you shouldn't just let anybody touch your spirit. Same thing for you guys. You're just not going to go to some barber and you looking and you see that he don't have, you like, you're not going to mess my edge up. You going to mess my, you trying to line me up? Oh no. Now they took your hairline back here. Okay? So, you're just not going to let anyone touch those type of things. You're just not. So, that same thing should apply to your spirituality. Now, I know you may say, Mambo Sandy, you have so much passion with that. Yes, I do. Because I have noticed that anybody can just throw advice out there and they're not qualified to. People take this advice, and then by the time they get to the people that can help them, it's just a big ball of tangled up yarn. That's the only way I can put it. So when that happens and you go and you take this advice and you take that advice. First of all, there's so many traditions in the world. There are so many traditions in the world. And every tradition doesn't jive right with each other, as they say. They don't mesh. There's something that's just not going to go or flow together. Okay? And it doesn't mean that one is better than the other. One is good for you. Maybe one or two could be good for you. But 5, 6, 7, and 8, now you're just asking for a bunch of problems. Extra problems that you don't need. When someone takes the time to give you advice, okay? If a spiritual worker takes the time out of their day to give you advice, and you are agreeing with them, because you know in here, you know what they're saying is, you start to even feel that confusion start to lift from you as you're talking to that person. Why keep jumping around? Because now the advice that could have helped you, you have just created a whole mishmash full of crap. So you're back to being confused again. This again is about you. It is about your spirituality. It is about you investing in yourself. It is about making you a better, spiritually independent person. But when you jump from place to place, to forum to forum, imagine a ball of yarn. I go back to my ball of yarn again because it's a good visual tool. You're going like this to yourself, and you're trying to go like this and straighten it out. But you can't do that if you just keep running back and forth. And I'll tell you another little pet peeve. Sometimes, as spiritual workers, we'll feel like, I'm going to take this time aside and help this person. I just had a thought. Sometimes, when you are looking for advice and you are looking for help, the best thing you can do is to stand still. That thought just hit me. Sometimes you need to stand still and be quiet and unplug. And a lot of times, your guardian, whatever you want to call it, who watches after you, will lead you in the direction that you need to be. Yeah, I blanked out for a minute because I was getting some information. Okay? Sometimes you need to just stay still. You need to stand still. You need to disconnect. If you need to go into the bathroom, if you need to go in your garage, if you need to take a walk, you just need to have some quiet. And once you get that quiet, you will find where you need to be. So with that being said, please don't spiritually confuse yourself even more. Invest in your spirituality, because your spirituality is a precious thing, and it's not meant to just be all over the place. Or as my grandmother used to say, you just gallivanting yourself all around. You don't need to gallivant your spiritual self all around. It's personal. It's sacred. It's precious. So take the time to invest in it. If you can go out here to the mall and buy all kinds of expensive clothing, then you need to take the time and invest in your spirituality, because that belongs to you, and you want to have a peace of mind and tranquility. With that being said, you take care, and I hope you find the help and tranquility and peace of mind that you need. Bye-bye.